boss. Like, I'm picking up on boss energy. I'm definitely getting masculine energy, but you don't have to be, because women can be bosses too. But I just get the vibe that somebody is locked in, they're in hustler mode, and it's going to pay off. There may be moments where you feel like, man, like, God, is what I'm doing worth it? Is what I'm doing going to help me reach my goals? And God is like, yes. Like, this is your confirmation. Whatever that business idea was, whatever you've been working on, whatever work that you've been putting in, you are going to reap the rewards from that, okay? The seeds you planted are going to bear fruit. We're moving into harvest season very, very soon. This is going to be a very abundant time for a lot of people. I feel like this has been a time where you have been preparing, really putting in work, removing, cleansing. Like, you've been doing a lot, and I promise you, God is seeing what you're doing. The effort and work that you've been putting in has not gone unnoticed, honey. I promise you that. I just pick up on the vibe of somebody like, you're the biggest, honey. Like, you the creme de la creme, you the top boss, you the top dog. Like, I'm definitely getting, you could be a man, but again, you could be a woman as well, or maybe you're a woman who's going to align herself with this type of man. But I just get the energy of like a very strong, powerful, sexy, like masculine person who is like really putting in work on their mind, body, and soul. Like, you set the tone, you're setting the example. It could have been a long time where you were around people who tried to like make you feel like you weren't him or you weren't her, and they just kind of like try to little boy you or try to make you the store runner. And I feel like for a long time you didn't notice that, because you're such a kind individual. You have a nice heart. You'll do anything for the people you love. You'll give the shirt off your back to the people you love. And they took advantage of that because they didn't like you. And they didn't like you because you exuded so much energy. Like, when you walk into a room, your presence and your energy demands and commands attention immediately. People want to sit up straight, okay? What did Nikki say? When I walk in, sit up straight. I don't give up if I was late, okay? 2 could also be very significant. I've been seeing that a lot. Whenever I see 222, that reminds me of like unions and alignment and balance. So take that how it resonates for you. But yeah, I'm definitely getting the vibe of a masculine who is like, yeah, I'm not coming here to play with y'all, okay? Like, I'm coming for what's mine. I'm putting in work. If I want this, I'm going to get it, okay? And I feel like you're definitely the type of masculine, like, you don't take no for an answer. When you want something, you get it, okay? And again, I'm saying masculine, but it's just the energy of it, okay? Because masculine energy is very much like putting in work, like actually like hustling and like getting their hands dirty, like using your hands and putting in work. It's feminine energy is more so like you're receptive and you're relaxing, you're nurturing, you're calm. So you could even be a woman who is very balanced. So you have like stoic energy, or the energy of like a what's it called? I can't think of the word. I think it's another word that starts with an S. I cannot think of it. Sigma. So if you subscribe to that, you use that term Sigma energy, this is definitely for you. I had to stop recording for a second, so I don't know the last thing I said. But whoever I'm talking to, you definitely have people around you who did not want to know that you were the biggest, you were the boss, you were the one who was just like exuded that effortless energy of like divinity and like royalty. You could refer to yourself as a queen or a king or a goddess or whatever. I definitely feel like there's a lot of masculine specifically who are reclaiming their power. I feel like there was a huge wave of feminines who were already doing it. And this is no shade to the masculines whatsoever, but on a spiritual level and even physically as well, if you think about childbirth, but the feminine births the divine masculine. So basically that just means that the feminine usually reclaims her power first. Typically that's what happens, and then she inspires the masculine to do the same. That's typically how it goes, which is why they say the feminine births the divine masculine. But also, as we know, we all came from a woman, a mother. So your mother gave birth to you, whether you're a man or a woman. So I'm just saying that to say, so you could have also just been inspired by a feminine, but you also may be a part of a... Sorry, y'all. Somebody had called me when I was saying the last part of the last clip. But basically, you could be a part of this new collective and wave of divine masculines who are reclaiming their power. And I don't want to say divine masculine, just masculines, period, who are stepping into the divine masculine role. And how I interpret divine masculine or divine feminine is just somebody who sees themselves in the likeness of God, has connected with their higher self, things of that nature. That's what makes you more divine. You have elevated and evolved past just being a human. You are seeing yourself in the world from God's perspective. So you could be part of that wave of masculines who was like, I'm seeing myself the way God sees me. I'm reclaiming my power. I'm reclaiming my throne. I'm not taking no for an answer. You can't little bro me. You can't little boy me. You could be definitely, because I'm getting a lot about unions and marriage. So you could be making commitments, not necessarily to another individual, but you could be making commitments to yourself. Like, I'm going to commit to the gym. I'm going to commit to my business. I'm going to commit to my journey with God. I'm going to commit to this significant other, or I'm going to commit to something. Like, you're making a promise to yourself and committing yourself to something because there's something that you really want, or a certain life that you really want, and you're like, I'm going to go get it. And you're basically like, I'm going to go get it and nothing's going to stop me. And I feel like you're really doing a lot of reflecting and realizing a lot of times the things that were stopping you was you. Like, it wasn't necessarily all these outside people, it was you. And you're starting to recognize that and you're owning that. I'm a big person on accountability, so I always realize through life, like, whenever I take accountability for something, it makes life easier. It makes it easier when you take self accountability and not just like project out onto everybody else and blame everybody else for your problems. You're just like, okay, this happened because of me. This didn't happen because of me. And it kind of, you take your power back versus you saying, oh, I blame my parents, or I blame this or blame that. You take responsibility. You're like, no, I blame me. And that's what a boss does. That's what a leader does. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to, that's exactly what you are.